Hello people. Today I am going to be doing a book review for Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen. I feel like I say that for every video, so for my next video I am going to say something different, so stay tuned. Here is the back synopsis. Ever since her parents began fighting, Auden has been unable to sleep at night. Now spending a summer at a charming beach town with her father and his new family, she has to find new places to pass the time she spends awake. And so she meets Eli, a fellow insomniac who becomes her nighttime guide. Together, they embark on parallel quests for Auden to experience the carefree teenage life she has missed. For Eli, to come to terms with the death of a friend. In her trademark blockbuster style, Sarah Dessen creates a powerful and irresistible story of two people learning how to connect. Spoiler alert. Auden is set for a prestigious college, but before that, she has the whole summer ahead of her. She decides to spend her summer with her dad and his new family, which includes a newborn, this be her stepsister, and Heidi, Auden's new stepmother. Heidi is struggling to deal with a new baby and an absent husband. So Auden volunteers to help Heidi with her clothes boutique. When Auden starts hanging out with Maggie, Lee and Esther, she bumps into Eli, who she had already met, and they start talking. Flirting is more like it. Eli definitely had the mysterious aura that attracts girls to guys. Auden and Eli's are a tentative relationship. That is how they slowly came together and got to know each other. Their relationship didn't feel forced or rushed, and how they both helped each other go out and embrace their fears. The romance between Auden and Eli is not flashy. It is not instantaneous or swoon-worthy really. It is simply sweet. It seems real. These are two people who are coping with two different kinds of grief in the same way, and they find comfort in each other's company. They do not spend hours and hours rehashing the tragedy of their pasts or analyzing what makes them tick. Instead, they figure each other out gradually as they spend time together doing somewhat mundane things: bowling, grocery shopping, pie eating, laundry. It is in the simplicity of their activities that Auden begins to see the complexity of her own life. Things are not so black and white as she had imagined, and that is a bit scary for her. This book is the story of her figuring out if she is willing to face her fears and take risks in life and face failure, or if she would prefer to do what she has always done and escape into the familiarity of academics and the success she has there. A little bit about the characters. Auden is wonderful and frustrating often at the same time in this book. I liked her as the main voice of this book because she approached things with just the right pacing. She did not jump into every situation and then pick up the pieces, but she also did not sit and deliberate for page after page. She just lived her life, gradually allowing herself to discover things about herself she never understood before. She ended up being a force for good in so many lives. Her parents and Heidi, Thisbe and Eli, and even her friends Adam and Maggie. Once she understood the things holding her back in life, she was able to recognize those same things holding back the people around her. Eli was a great character as well. He was not your typical male-led for a romance. He wasn't brooding or full of anger. He didn't really say the sorts of things that became instantly quotable. Instead, he was a boy who was still mourning the loss of a friend. He didn't run into a relationship with Auden in one of those tummy-tingling sorts of ways that are so familiar in books like this. But instead he came into the romance gradually, first as a friend, and then as something more. I liked the way he complimented Auden, causing her to find out who she really was. In some ways I wished he was more assertive in his relationship with her. I wanted for him to force her to recognize her cowardice in her reaction to him when she pushed him away. But ultimately I think he was very wise, letting her come to see for herself what she was doing so that she could decide if she was willing to take a risk or not. Heidi was a good character. She was not the ditz Auden believed her to be. She was a complex woman who was talented and intelligent but found herself in a ridiculous marriage to a man she loved who had some serious social problems. Auden's father did not want to face anything difficult when it came to his marriage, so as soon as things changed with the addition of a new baby he withdrew, leaving Heidi to take care of things on her own. I liked the layers to her character and how her situation helped Auden to recognize things about her parents and herself that she hadn't seen before. To make a long story short, this is a very sweet book. It is a perfect summer read that can cause you to think about issues beyond the basic plot. I can't give it my highest 5-star rating because it lacked something in the story. I think I was left wishing that more parts of the story had been developed. I wanted to know more about Eli and Auden and their new discoveries about themselves. But this isn't a huge problem to the book. I still enjoyed the story and highly recommend it to those who like sweet contemporary romances for young adults. I recommend this book for a summer read if you're sitting by the beach or pool, or you're just out tanning. You should buy this book. I cannot express how much this book is good. I really recommend this book, so read it. Eli and Auden make a good couple. I just love them. This book is a short, sweet contemporary romance for teens and young adults. I give this book 1,000 out of 1,000. Peace out.